HRC Honda here.
Are we down to the last two?
We are down to the last two.
Wow.
Honda and Cowie.
I feel like we're missing people.
HRC Honda.
Want to go with Sexton first? He's a rookie.
Sure.
Going to be a struggle bus season.
Really?
Yes. Struggle bus
Sexton,
season.
I don't like his
Criminal.
attitude approach. He just thinks he's king shit. He thinks he's Michael Jordan rocking the 23. He thinks his shit don't stink.
Let me
And
throw
I
that
hope he
wild
gets
card
it.
out there, though.
I hope he gets
What?
his shit.
Stu.
We've already
We've
talked
got
about this.
Stu.
We've already talked about
Oh,
this.
We've got Stu.
I don't give a shit.
We're in it
care
with
either.
Stu.
I don't care either.
I don't give a shit.
What is his ceiling?
Well, he has a high ceiling. I think
Fourth.
5th. Not a race win. Kind of
Podium.
close. Nope.
Podium.
You're high.
I'm not going with a win. I'm not
Nope.
that high this morning.
Nope.
Podium.
Nope. You want to know why I know that's not right? Because AC, his ceiling last year was a podium, and he's not on AC's level from this past year, going into Supercross.
I will.
And before you get moving, I don't want to hear your bullshit outdoor argument because that's irrelevant.
No, it's irrelevant. And once again, you want to talk about another guy that got his shit handed to him. He got that win handed to him.
I think Smooth, and I think Stu.
Stu at
What's
that's
Stu
there's
gonna
no-
do?
there's
Say,
nothing.
hey, send this quad. All you gotta do.
What's he
is
gonna
send
do?
the quad
Stu
over.
gonna lose about 30 pounds, dress up in a Michael Jordan thing, and go out and hit the whoops for him?
Maybe. I mean, that'd be awesome.
I mean,
Paint himself white.
I can agree that maybe some Stu stuff is rubbing off on him because I go back to that moment at Paul at the last race.
Yeah, that's actually.
Where he did. Stu's the only guy I've ever seen use the front end of the bike like that, where there's a small jump,
Where he
a
clipped the
big
top
one,
of it, yep.
and he uses the forks, compresses it, and drives the bike through it.
Yep.
I did see him do that, and if he can do little things like that, then
Which
yeah,
will.
he'll be good. But little things like
Stu.
that aren't going to be at every round.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that because Stu's going to see a section out there and talking about Gypsy Tales. Chad and Ricky did an interview with him at the Australian round, and they were talking about that. How he just, I see a quad out of a corner, and I'm going to go 3-3-3 through a section. Be like, I don't see that. I see 3-2-1 or 3-1 or whatever. So Stu's going to see sections like that if he's with him or he's talking to him at every round. But once again, though, you're talking about two different styles. I don't see, especially now that Chase is on a 450,
And-
Chase, if he sees a quad, Chase's style is not just hang it out and be the first one to huck a gnarly line.
No, but he's smooth.
And I don't.
But you
know,
got to have the cojones to do it. And I don't see Chase doing that.
Does Chase give in to the pressure of Stu? Stu's like, dude, there's a quad out there, do it. Does he
Nah.
try to do it and yard his shit?
Like, for example, an on-off section. Stu would be like, I could quad that. Chase is just going to go either 2 over the table and 1, or he's going to just on-off. He's not going to huck the whole thing. I don't see it. Like, I can see it helping him for, hey, maybe you should do this. But once again, though, you're talking about two different approaches, two different styles, and being smooth doesn't lend yourself to doing stuff like that. You got to be willing to do it. And I don't see Chase being willing to hit the deck just because Stu told him to.
No.
That's the difference.
Podium guy.
5th.
Podium.
I would not be surprised to see him get a podium, but I'm not banking on it.
But
5th.
it will also not surprise me if he hits the deck at some point.
See, I don't see him hitting the ground a lot. That's the difference. I just see him not being good enough.
I
Right
see
away.
him getting too involved in the mental game. I think he lets things get to him.
And he's not going to push dudes around.
That could be.
And he's
Yeah, I think he, like the whole star thing.
Like
Oh,
Cole-
Shane was trying to do this to me. Shane was doing this. The star guys.
Well, you know what they'll tell-
Now there's 10 of those star guys.
and you know what
out
the
there.
team will tell him? Well, you're in the 450 class now, so deal with
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
And so, like the whole thing with Colt Nichols, like what happened at the last round, that's not going to happen in the 450 class. Like you're not going to get away with doing that because that's the thing. What happens the first time he gets to do it with Freeze?
Even a guy like Freeze kills
What's
him.
going to happen to him? Chase is going down.
Yep.
So
And then he's going to whine about it.
And then what's going to happen? It's just going to keep happening over and over again because you're not the big dog anymore. So I think that Chase could have a good season. I don't see him crashing a lot, but I think his ceiling is 5th. And I think that, I don't know what you have on that list, but I think on average he's 8-15. I just don't see it. If AC couldn't do it, I don't see Sexton doing it. The only thing you could say is maybe Sexton will stay on 2 wheels, but he's not faster than AC is.
No, he's not faster.
Raw speed ain't there.
But I could see him doing it, like you said, staying on 2 wheels. But
Maybe the Monster Cup, or not the Monster Cup, but the Triple Crown, whatever round we have that at, where the mains are shortened. Maybe then, but
he's gonna. I mean, he's on a Honda. He's gonna get starts.
Yes.
He's smooth. We've seen that. We all seem to agree on that he's smoother. I mean,
But is his willingness to go far and beyond his comfort zone late in those races going to be a thing? Because I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. All right, Ken Roczen.
Man, this is another
big old question mark.
That's what I'm
You wrote
saying.
that back
dude.
on
Like,
the screen, but that's fine.
I'm a little nervous, dude.
Really?
I'm nervous about
Are you
it.
both nervous? Because you took a big sigh right there.
I think it's his last year.
Man, it's just...
Man.
I'm not kidding. I think he's
as much as I like Kenny, you know I'm a Kenny homer. But man, just going back and watching races, and they've got all the Supercross rewinds and stuff.
Mhm.
That year he came out on that Honda. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, I know. We were there. We were there for the first time.
We watched it in
You
real life.
watched it, and you guys were probably just like, holy
Well,
shit.
even the far line where everybody was trying to 3 in, and he was just going
Yeah.
2-1 and squaring off that corner like.
Well, no, it was a 3-3 section, and he was going 2-2
Oh,
all
yeah,
night
yeah, that's
on
right.
the far end. Yeah,
And still made it faster.
Oh yeah, because it set him up for the
he
next
was
corner
in left
better.
field. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I remember. Trust me, I remember.
I mean, if he can do stuff like that, then yeah, he'll be. I mean, he's Kenny. Like, some night he can just be the guy.
He's gonna rattle off wins, I think.
I
But
think he's gonna win, but
yeah, I'm with you.
when
What's the other
when
shoe
has
gonna drop?
Kenny ever had a consistent championship? He
Not
hasn't.
Supercross.
He hasn't on a 450.
His outdoors were consistent, but Supercross no.
And
No.
I'm telling you, I've been watching those first races from last year, and man, you get like St. Louis where he went out and rattled it off, and then you get like Oakland where he pull shots and he's leading, but then Tomac just winds him in and just goes.
Well, even look at the one round where Coop on the last corner checked up. Kenny doubled in the corner.
Yeah.
He checked up, squared it off, and at the apex, he slammed the shit out of Kenny's inside.
That was
or
Yeah.
Daytona. Roczen should have won Daytona.
He should have.
Yep.
There's no doubt in my mind. He was so far out.
But
Like, that caliber of a rider, you should have been able
or
to.
you look at Atlanta where he just blitzed everyone by 12, 13
Oh, yeah.
seconds.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's so.
Or Salt Lake.
Yep.
Man, that's why it's just a question mark to me. Like, he.
Well, I mean, you go Salt Lake from getting lapped to winning the race.
To getting third
Yeah.
to. Did he win too? No.
He's
he won
so
one.
up and down and frustrating to watch because I like him so much. And again, off track stuff, it's a factor. Does the
Mhm.
kid,
Now he's got a kid.
Does the kid do anything?
That's why I think he's done. I'm telling you, I think after this year, I think he's done. I think he's got another year on his contract, but I still think he's done after this year.
I think he goes into business stuff.
He's got so many opportunities with
He's
Red
got
Bull,
plenty of
Fox,
money, yeah, he's got
or
opportunities.
with Honda. Or honestly, I could see him going with Pete Fox's new company and being part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be some gear that us common people aren't going to be able to afford because Pete Fox is.
But you see what I'm
he's
saying
like with
though?
the Yeezy brand and stuff like
you're
that.
saying I need to buy
But do you see what I'm saying though? I think that he could move away from being the Fox guy and being the Renan
Go do his own
spokesperson.
thing.
Yes, with them. He has so many opportunities. So even if this is Kenny's last year, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be in the
He's
industry.
gonna be
He's going to do
around.
something. You
He'll
know.
be out throwing whips in the hills.
Well,
and all
and
this shit.
he's also a big fan of designer clothing and watches and all that.
Yeah.
He's got all that. So I think that Kenny, I do agree, I think he wins races, but I think it's going to be another one of those situations where if he's not winning, he's either third or he's seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
But here's the thing, do those race wins, though, keep him in contention?
It's like,
That's the thing. Because he did did this year.
and I talked about it last year on the show. I think I remember saying that his consistent speed is higher than everybody else,
Yes.
and it really shot me in the foot because when the times where he wasn't feeling it, and I believe that his off switch was faster than a lot of people, it wasn't.
No.
He was back in like 7th, 8th, just like what the hell's going on, dude?
Which this 2021 is going to be even more so because if Kenny gets a 14th place start, he might go to 9th.
Yeah.
He ain't going any higher.
So does the time off that he took for outdoors, does that heal whatever issues he's having? Because let's be real, this is the first time he's really had a break.
I don't know,
He also
man.
said he was off the bike for almost the whole entire summer, and he
Wait.
didn't even get back on the bike till October.
Well, you heard that bike that they caught him riding the first time there?
Stock.
He bought that.
Yeah, and it was all stock. It
Yeah.
didn't. It had OEM suspension on it.
Like that wasn't a hey, we're gonna give you this, go ride a little bit. That was he had to go to a dealership and find one and buy it.
Can you imagine working at the dealership?
They got Ken
Ken
Roczen.
Roczen.
Come
Well, it was the
walking
same thing when Chad went in and bought his bikes. Be the same thing.
That's so weird though. Like you're Honda's guy and you can't get a fucking bike. Blows my
I don't.
mind.
That's an interesting deal too. I don't know what the story is on there.
I don't know either.
Here's the thing, and also too, talking about the bike situation with the new bike, the way he started off, he didn't go off and put on factory parts right away
Yeah.
when he was riding. They started from a stock
Yeah,
base,
yeah.
So maybe he's not chasing a bike setup either.
And I think maybe that was part of his plan too. Maybe
I think
Honda
it's smart.
Yeah, maybe Honda was like, "Hey, we're gonna start you here," and he's like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go buy my own bike."
Maybe Eli should have taken notice all those years with Cowie because it's a smart idea. I don't understand why these guys, because then they're just chasing their tail the whole entire offseason.
Yep.
Because everybody knows even small tweaks to a chassis or a motor, it doesn't work out when you start putting those parts in the year before. And maybe he comes out and maybe the bike is just, I don't know, he just gels with it different. I mean, the bike was great this past year.
Yep.
But I think Kenny, we have a lot of question marks, but I think he's the biggest one because we just don't know where he is. And I'm sick and tired of talking about this with him. It's so annoying. Everybody's like,
Don't
where
worry,
is
we
his...
don't have that much longer to talk about this.
It bothers me so much. Every year we talk about where's his health?
Yeah.
What is his mindset going to be? So,
I'm just clinging on to. Let's think about since his injury, he really fought, and he borderline rushed getting back.
yes.
He should have sat that season out and let the arm heal even more. But that was the chip on his shoulder. He wanted to prove he could be back. And I think now he's kicking himself in the ass because he burnt his body out so hard trying to get back.
And then look, he got hurt again.
And then he got hurt again. And then he was rehabbing that other arm. And then, boom, fighting to get back for outdoors, road outdoors. Like, he really hasn't had a break on his body.
Here's a question though. Last thing I'll say about him is we don't know, but you talk about all the time off he's now finally had. He's got, his home life is obviously in order. His mind is right. If his body's right. What will be more shocking though? If he comes out and he has another season like he did this past year in 2020, or because of that break, he comes out and he is 2017 Kenny, where he's coming out and dominating. What will be more shocking?
I think it'd be more shocking to me to have him come out and just be head and shoulders above everybody else.
I'd be more shocked if he's still up and down.
So it won't shock you if he comes out and kills it because of the time off?
No. Because what are you gonna do? You're just gonna be like, oh, well, he had all that time off and he rested and recovered, and everything, and now his mind's right, everything.
Yeah.
I don't base anything off the first round because there are so many guys that come out in the first round, and Kenny being one of them. Like, he probably has the most A1 wins out of anybody in the field right now.
To your point on that though, do you think this year might be different though because now we're not at A1?
No. It's
Dude,
gonna be weird.
And I did think about that earlier in the show. It's H1. It's not Anaheim. You're not getting on the same
everybody
flight. You're
isn't
not going
there.
to the same hotel. You're not doing all that
and
stuff.
everybody, the whole industry is not there. The stadium isn't going to be as packed. Like, I don't know. Kenny, I think for me this year or 2021, nothing is going to surprise me with him.
Nope.
He wins. It's not going to shock me if he's
It's just Kenny's gonna Kenny. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Kenny's
we'll
Kenny.
see.
Kenny's Kenny.
All right.
All right. Anything else with
And
Honda?
I'm a big Kenny guy.
So am I.
Anything else with Honda? No. Okay, cool. We're gonna take one last break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk Kawasaki. We're gonna wrap this up, and we'll be done with our 450 preview show for 2021.
Yeet, yeet.
All right.